What's going on, guys? All right, so now that we have everything laid out here, right? Let me take a quick look at something because I want to show you guys something here on NNDM. But I kind of don't like that trend line that I have there. So let me screw around real quick and change this. So we can see a worthy point of getting in on NNDM here, right? So I was talking about how I had bought some of the, I've been buying these dips and selling these rips on this thing a lot. So basically, now we can kind of see what's going on here because a lot of stocks have been showing me the same style pattern here, which is a falling wedge. And NNDM has the same thing going for it. So this could be a big breakout for it if it can actually find its way above. So, you know, I was talking about the risk and everything of buying this thing down here in case it wants to keep on going down, but it has been holding very nicely. It was oversold here, so we were expecting a bounce. We got a bounce, and of course, what did I do again? I sold the rip. So, you know, because I had bought it down at 963, I told you, and I was going to sell the rip again. So we did just sell this rip here, and I did sell it up in this 1057 area here. That was the highest point that I noticed it when I took a look here. So now this is just me swing trading. Like I said, you know, you might not even call it swing trading here, but I'm just swing trading because I'm buying these dips and I'm selling the rips up. Why am I doing that in all these stocks here? Besides the fact that I'm a little nervous that we might not, you know, this might be potential bull traps and all that, but mainly because it's in this consolidation here, in this falling channel or falling wedge, but it's a very big falling wedge here, right? So obviously it looks a little scary here because you have this huge rounding top and potential shoulders and all that. So, you know, most of the time from everything I've learned in TA is that when it's in consolidations, you don't normally buy in the consolidation, but you buy the break of the consolidation. Unless you can figure out the pattern or figure out what it's doing, you can buy the lows or the, you know, the potential supports, and you could buy this potential supports and sell the potential resistances. So I've been doing that in this thing, and you know, I've just been doing it based off of basically based off of the Ichimoku cloud here is all I've been really using. And I've been selling them off of here. But now that I just started looking at a lot of stocks here and seeing everything was in falling wedges like this, I said, you know what, let me go take another look here and see what we got going here and what our potential breakout here that we could have going for NNDM. So as of right now, we just hit bearish divergence here. I mean, it's not even really bearish divergence quite because we're a little higher on the left there than the right, and the price action is kind of showing the same. So it's not quite bearish divergence, but obviously, you know, we're having a little small correction pullback here. I'm trying to see what we could make of this. Could this be like a actual small little pennant here? It's very possible that this could be a small pennant and consolidation under support, or, you know, this could be actually a bearish one, but let's just see break down and break up here. So if we were going to break down here, which we could because sometimes flat bottom is actually bearish, then we could actually have another drop down here to this 964 level here, 968, something like that. If we were going to get some more bullish sentiment here, then obviously you can have a breakout of this as well. But as of right now, it is looking a little more bearish here. So your breakout here of this little guy would be 1082. So right now, where it stands, we obviously found resistance many times at 1070. You can see due to this wick here coming up, this wick here coming up. So that to me is going to be an area that I'm going to target. So I'm going to put my resistance box there, and I'm going to put my support box down here. So this is something that we're going to want to keep in mind here if we are trading this or if we're investing in it or what. Okay, so based off of the chart, and this is all short-term, mid-term kind of style. So now, of course, we can come back down here. We can test this resistance. I mean, I might not even put it as low as that. I might just put it here and disregard those two wicks there that we got this kind of double bottom. But keep it in mind, 949. And we're also going to keep this green line in mind here. But I really think that the main support here is going to be this blue trend line that I have drawn here, and we might wick below a little bit here and there. So that's 968, roughly from 968 to 983. But that's only if we're going to break down further here. And what we're going to keep in mind, we're going to especially keep in mind is, hey, get rid of that. Why is that fucking thing there? There you go. What we're going to keep in mind is this 1072 level here. So this 1072 is going to be a very good area for me to go along on this thing, because that's the area we really can't get above right now. So what we're going to keep in mind is this 972, 973, 976, somewhere in this range here. And what we're going to want to see is a breakout above this resistance and an hourly close above this resistance, confirming, along with some nice juicy volume like you see right here, that we got this beautiful volume candle. That was a very, very big volume candle, actually. So that's a good sign that we might not come back down to the bottom of this, and we might just be consolidating here below. And that's also a good sign that we could potentially not break down negative out of this potential bearish looking pennant. I mean, it kind of looks like a nice pennant, but I don't like flat bottoms normally. I guess I don't have to draw it as a flat bottom either, because actually, now that I look at it like that, I don't actually think we should draw it like that. So this actually could be a bullish pennant. So give me a second. Actually, let's draw it like this, because it actually could be a small bull flag. Oh. I mean, a small pennant, I guess, right? Because it's not really. Yeah. So I guess we could do that. Okay. So let's say this is a nice bull pennant here. So what would our target of our bull pennant be if we in fact broke up? So there's a couple different ways that you could play this, looking at it like this, right? Is this would be the flagpole, and if we broke out here, then your breakout would be above this resistance here. Finally, that's what we're looking for. We want to get above this 1073, and that breakout target there is 1094. So let's see if we can take a look here and see what we have for. Holy shit, I love when things work out perfectly. So take a look here at Ichimoku Cloud, this purple resistance here, as of right now, and this probably is going to stay straight across here, is at 1097, 1096. And our breakout of the small pennant is 1095. So we could actually do a small swing here. So what we'd want to do, obviously, is either see this thing consolidate here to the end of the apex, which is really the end of the pattern, and it might collide right here with this resistance, depending on if we get a bullish break tomorrow or later on in the day. And 1028 looks like, at the time of, if we were here, I mean, if we were here at the time, 1028 isn't the break. So say that this next hourly candle, we get a break, right, of this pattern, which is 1034, and then we get rejected here at 1043. We could still come back down or consolidate on here a little bit before maybe coming up. So what I want to do is I'm going to keep an eye on this pennant, and if we do get some bullish looking, if we get something happening here that we get above this resistance here, somewhere between 1040-ish, right, an hourly close above 1040 from here on out could be a decent play, because you could take a small swing up to this potentially 1095 area. But the main thing that I would want to see is, an hourly close above this green trend line, but also an hourly close above this 1074 as well. So there's a couple different ways that you could play it. You could look for a nice green candle and get an hourly close in this range, right? That looks like a little penis. And then, or you could look for a break of this and then an hourly close here. And I'm not trying to draw penises all over our chart here, guys. You guys got dirty minds. Come on, guys. I'm just drawing candlesticks. So, we'd want to look for this area as confirmed support here with some very good volume. If you really want to play it safe, you could look for confirmed volume up here. If you're like, I don't want to touch that fucking thing, right? I don't want to touch it until I can see some confirmed volume above this purple line. Then we'd want to see a penis candle right here, okay? So I'm not going to draw another one here because I don't want anyone making fun of me here for my candlestick drawings. So what's the breakout here? Why are we playing this thing, right? Because, why would I want to play this thing and risk my money because, we're going from, say, 1026 to 10 to 1094. That's a shitty ass profit right there for, you're talking about potentially it going back to $7. So the reason that we're going to play that is because let's see what the targeted move out of this falling channel is here and see if this is worth our money. So depending on when it breaks, and I'm going to say it's going to break somewhere around this range here, right? So if it breaks out of here, what's our targeted move? Holy shit, 1674. Huh. 1674. What the hell? Yeah, so that's where we're looking at right now, guys. Obviously, we have resistance here at 1254. We're going to catch all kinds of resistance. We're going to have ups and downs here, right? But if this thing wants to actually break out of here, if it does, and we get confirmed support and we continue confirming and holding support, because it doesn't have to get above this level. And you could play this stupid little break here from this pennant here and get rejected here, and then it falls all the way back down here again, right? And we don't want to do that. So personally for me, I did exit my position here. So, I was in at that 985. I sold at that, a dollar up or so, right? So for me, I was okay with locking in that profit and then waiting a bit and playing a breakout trade if this wants to give it to me. So how can we know for sure that this is confirmed? Well, I'm going to show you something here. So as you see here, we had this hourly candle close above this blue trend line, which would have been a confirmation, you would think. We have no volume here, and the next candle, once we broke above here, closed below. So that's your confirmation that, nope. And why do you think I sold this thing up in this range? Exactly. I sold it up here at 1202. So this is why, because I didn't get the confirmation. So I was waiting to see if we were going to double bottom, but I'm not just going to enter expecting it's going to be a double bottom. We have to wait and see what happens. And of course, it was the right move because we came down way lower. So that's what I'm talking about. A confirmation is actually a real thing as far as, in TA. You would think, oh, I'm a little nervous because this thing could just fall over on us. And it could. So that's why you wait for these confirmations, because the confirmations are going to give you what you need. And then you play a stop loss too, because not only are we playing this confirmation, but we're still going to protect our money because, nothing in life is guaranteed and nothing in stock market is guaranteed either. So this is all about probabilities and potential areas of interest and, risk versus reward. So we're risking our money here and we're also betting that if we were to get an hourly close here and confirm with volume, that means that everyone in the market is agreeing that this can go up higher. And if we don't get that, then no one's agreeing and you're entering here. And guess what? You're betting that it's going up while the rest of the market's saying, nope, I don't agree. And then it goes down and you lose your money or you get stopped out. So the best risk here is to wait, for my opinion and for my money, and this isn't financial advice, is that if I can get an hourly close here above this trend line, wait for the next candle, see how it reacts. I might enter there if the volume is there, or I might wait for one more candle close, even if I have to pick it up here. Wait for that third candle potentially to close. So I'm going to draw penises one more time just because we're going to see. So you're going to get a candle. It comes up here, okay? We get that close. Then we get another candle that opens, right? And it goes up a little higher, but it might wick a little bit below that support, but then it buys back up. You get a nice juicy green candle right here, and it closes. Now your third candle, it opens right here. this is your confirmation if the volume is supported. So it depends how you want to play it, because sometimes I do it. Sometimes I say this is your volume here, not another penis, guys. So this is your volume, and sorry about the penis talk, but this is just funny because this is what they look like. So this is your confirmation. Technically, this is your confirmation. For me, sometimes I jump the gun a little bit because I see the technicals. Like I can see the RSI is rolling up. I can see the MACD is coming. You know, say this MACD rolls back over and then it starts wanting to roll back up. I see that the MACD looks like it wants to roll up here. We don't have any red TD9 flashes. We have RSI rolling over. I'll look at the smaller time frame sometimes before I enter and stuff like that. So sometimes I can enter a trade before the potential confirmation if I see that the technicals are showing me otherwise. There's no bearish divergence, stuff like that. So, you know, but if you aren't too sure about that, then you could play it really safe and wait for that potential third candle here, even if you have to grab it up at 11:05, 11:10, something like that. And then you know for sure, okay, we're good. So then what would I do once I buy it up here at $11 or buy it here at 10.80 or I buy it here, wherever? Well, what would you do? Well, you want this thing to hold support here if it does come back down in a falling wedge or a falling channel, because that happens. So say we get that break up here, right? And then we create a falling channel that comes back down to retest this line. If you have your stop loss on this line or under this line, this falling channel could come down. You could get a wick below, and then it could come back up again. So you don't want to get stopped out of your trade. So you have to figure out by doing some math and stuff. And like I said, this isn't guaranteed that this is gonna break out. We don't even know. Look at the sell volume. You know what I mean? So as of right now, nothing's confirmed. So we just wait. That's why we're being safe and we're waiting. So basically, what was I saying? So basically, with your stop loss, you would do your math. So if you want to buy 100 shares at, I'm going to say $11, and you want to risk yourself $200 that if it comes down below, you would get stopped out with a, you know, whatever. You could do a trailing stop loss of 3%, 2%, whatever you want. But just know that this is your area of support, and it could wick a little hair below, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes stocks will wick below, but as long as they don't get an hourly close below, it's not considered a break of resistance or support, because wicks come up, they wick up, and, you know, and then they wick down, so on and so forth. But hourly closes above and below, like this is an hourly close below here. This is an hourly candle that came above, but that doesn't technically confirm it. This was your hourly candle that came above, right? And then your next candle would have been your confirmation, but the whole body came down here and closed. It's okay if the wick did, but the body closed below here. So that's where you know that, oh shit, that's not a confirmation. Boom, look what happened. So, and then just another example. Let's see if we can find one more example of a confirmation real quick, because I'm sure there's a confirmation somewhere for us down in this range of a breakout. Just really quick. Right here. So you have your wick that came up, your hourly candle closed right below this trend line here, right below resistance. Your next candle opened. It came down, it closed as support here, but the wick didn't close above. Spinning top, a little bit wick below, still closed above this main support trend line. Right here, hourly close. This is actually a very good candle right here because it has that bottom here showing a bottom. And then no hourly candle close below. Then you have your break. This hourly candle closes above, but it's still not confirmed yet, even though you have beautiful volume. And of course, if you were looking at your other technicals, you probably could have seen that we were looking to cross on the MACD. The RSI was looking like it was ready to round back up again, so on and so forth. But if you were going to get into a trade on this, you would get it right here, because your next hourly candle, and maybe not even right here, but your next hourly candle here ran all the way up here, right, to 683. You could even wait one more time. Now you have an hourly candle right here is closed above this trend line. That is potentially that's the confirmation right there, plus your volume. So then you would enter here, really. And then it came down here to 660 or so, and you'd be sitting there like getting ready to pull the trigger. Now you pull the trigger on this candle. No matter whether you got it here at 676 at the top or you got it here at the bottom perfectly 660. Either way, look what happened after that. Did we ever come below this level? Nope, because it was confirmed. So even this small wick that came down here, 662, you got it at 660, didn't touch that either way. And then you would put your stop loss, believe it or not, way down here at like probably underneath this main trend line here at 635. So you're risking from here to get your potential breakout of whatever the breakout, whatever the breakout was. And that was your confirmation, and look at that. And most likely there was a targeted move for this to hit up in here, but then obviously up in this range, you could probably flip on some TD sequentials, see a TD9 flash. Oh shit, this might have some run up here. Look at the RSI. Oh wow, we're getting a little oversold, but we didn't quite round yet, so I could probably run it for a couple more candles. Oh, we're starting to round here, it's starting to point down right around this candle, right here. Oh, we're starting around. Let me see what happens. Next candle. Ooh, spinning top. That's not good. Maybe I'll start taking some profits. And then dump. You know what I mean? So that's just a quick overlay. And this is on 30-minute, guys, too. So, once you get good at it, it becomes easier, too, as you go. And then we came back down and retested that as a support. Then we ran back up again. So, just that being said, longer video maybe than it need to be. That's up to you if you wanted to. Where the hell are we? Okay. So, that's up to you if you wanted to listen to all that crap or not. But this is where I'm at right now. So we're kind of looking for that same confirmation. And like I said, if we are going to get a breakout up here, and it doesn't have to come to this exact extrapolated target either. So that's the other thing that you have to consider, because oh man, we said we were going up here, and then now we're back down here because we got resistance at 1251, and then we dumped all the way back down again, and I got stopped out and lost all my profits, but you said we were going here. That's not how it works. You have to keep an eye on the charts. That's why I'm always watching. That's why I'm saying sometimes, oh, this could roll over. This could go here short term. That's what I'm doing. Short term. Long term, it could go there. Short term, it could go here and maybe come back down here and then come back up here and then maybe come back down here. And then, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm always, as a swing trader, when I'm entering my positions, I'm looking where we're at, considering, should I sell here? Maybe re-enter if we get an hourly close above this following line. It's very possible. If we get a good run, we're getting resistance here. We're butting our head. We're not looking like we're making any bullish patterns or anything. Then I might sell here and then see the next pattern. If we create a falling wedge, I'll do the same thing. I'll wait for an hourly close breakout of this falling wedge that we just made now. Boom. Now I'm entered. Or I won't enter until we get an hourly close above 1290. Same thing. Confirmed. Runs up. And so on and so forth. So anyway, guys, that's what I'm talking about here. And this is, for now, this is the target here. And, we have to get that confirmation of the breakout, and then we have to have a few other things happen before we can really figure anything out. But you can see here we're getting some spinning tops and, really a lot of indecision here. No one's really sure what they want to do here. But you can see that the MACD is starting to slowly roll up here. And, like I said prior, I don't even know where the RSI went. It decided to run off on my chart and take a little fucking lunch break. So yeah, I guess I'll end the video there because my RSI disappeared. But, like I was saying, we are very, 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 very oversold on the RSI, on the daily, and a lot of these stocks are. So we could see some nice bouncing here, and we're going to take advantage whether we are afraid of the market coming back down or not. We're not going to sit here and not make any money while the thing runs up. Or if you're in plays, you could start thinking about areas that you would consider taking profits potentially if you're not long-term investing. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'm super happy that I got 200 subscribers going here. I'd like to get more. Share them with your friends. Hit the like button if you can. If you can smash the like button, if you have the chance, that would be great. I would really like to start seeing over like an average of like 10 likes per video. That would really make me feel better. That's what I like doing, even though I enjoy doing this no matter what. But that's about it, guys. Hope you like this.